Okay, so we're gonna dive right back into this mystery, but have you ever seen a 100-sided die? I didn't even know they existed. So of course, I had to get like I've got like 15 different dies that have different sides and different all the things. I think people use them a lot for Dungeons and Dragons, but I actually use it for divination and well, I don't use this one because it's just so sensitive, right? I mean, it's just look at the tiny little ridges. Hello, it's Mara. We're going to be diving back into our psychic investigation with the little owl and the Eastern oyster in reverse. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can go ahead and jump back a couple of videos and catch yourself up because you're probably going to be a little lost. Actually, no. I mean, I think all the readings kind of stand on their own. This is why I don't. I mean, I do actually know. I have been watching a lot more television just because I didn't have cable or the time or the wherewithal or the energy when I was tending to Airbnbs and putting all like everything that you see that comes from me. I do all of that work. I am my own designer. So every thumbnail, every piece of I design myself. So I work like 16 hours a day when I can. So we are going to be so I have about 15 pages total of questions that I use for divination. I have to remember, I gotta look in this camera. I wanna look at myself in the little screen. Oh my gosh, did I wipe you off? This has always been if you've watched any of my videos, hang on. There we go. Oh, look at this girl's got a glasses case here. I'm always forgetting about that. Okay, so, and my hair is a hot mess, but that's okay. I oiled it up, so it's greasy, baby. It's just greasy. And that's fine because it's going to suck up all that moisture. So anyways, I have my 15 pages, but then I have the pages that were pulled for this particular reading. And so we're going to be going through the feminine energy and the masculine energy. And what I'm going to be doing is, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. They all have 10 questions a piece, and they all have different, so one slander and false reports, the other one is crime and legal consequences, evidence and exposure, and the final blow, and then motives and manipulation, which will be today. Oh no, so we're going to roll the die to see which one of these we're going to be addressing. And then we're going to roll the die again to see which question we're going to be asking. Okay. And then we're going to be asking that question for the feminine and the masculine and just pulling cards that way. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's hard to be in the 5D and then have to do 3D things. I do have this box here. Oh, okay. So I do have plenty of I've got this one. It goes up to 10. Oh, there's an 11 on there. There's another one. Oh no, I do have astro dice too, which are really cool because you can get a person's sign or at least how they're presenting as a sign, because here's the thing is we can harness any energy. Just because you don't have any Leo in your chart doesn't mean that you can't oh, happy birthday, Leos. I might be doing a birthday pick a card for you. I thought about it. I don't know. I might even do some readings, maybe once, I don't know. We're going to figure it out. But I love Leo season and there's so much Leo energy. I mean, even Mercury is retrograding in Leo, and I've just learned to embrace, I call retrogrades tweaking season now. Just because it's the time for tweaking the things, but it's kind of funny because, there's a double connotation of drug use. I have a morbid dark sense of humor. Okay. So you're just going to learn that about me now. But, anyways, I still don't know my son. This is the thing that we're going to be working on together because, astrology, I'm having trouble with learning the planets, the signs and the planets, and I need to talk about it and I need to educate myself because even though I am very aware of the astrological weather and how it affects me, that's the thing is I don't learn things just to learn things. I learn things because I want to know how it's going to affect me, right? I need something to be applicable. I went through 6 degree programs and never finished anything until I got to photography, because photography is you teach me something and then you tell me to do it and then I go and do it and then I have a result, right? That's the ADHD. And see, ADHD is actually a superpower, and we'll get into that. But let me tap the back of the screen because I want to still keep an eye on myself. I'm like dual purpose here. All right, so yeah, so I've got those dies. So we're gonna go ahead and find out which one of these. I got my little box here. We're gonna pick. Okay, it'll be number 3. So it's actually a 12 on here. So if it comes to a number that's higher than the amount I have, then I just go ahead and I always reduce the numbers down. It's just a numerology kind of thing. If you know, you know. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So this will be crime and legal consequences. Interesting. Well, right out the gate. And then we've got 10 questions, right? So I'm going to go ahead and roll the die. And 3, number 3. Question 3. What do they fear will land them in jail? Oh. Spirit is not playing today. Yowza. All right, if you, oh, and if you know, you know, the mug is back. Back again. Oh, you can't, here's the thing is, I've learned the art of detachment. So people are like, oh, that mug, if I see it. You know, there are psychics that are very, like, kinesthetic. Like, I had a ex-colleague of mine. Yeah, we'll say that. You know, in the Marines, they say, you never say an ex-Marine. It's always a former Marine, unless they were, like, you got to do some pretty heinous stuff to, like, get booted out of the Marine Corps. Like they're the grunts of like all of the, and I've dated all of them. I did when I was younger, like it was military guys, right? Because I've always just appreciated men that fought for their country. And I you know, we all bleed red, so I don't discriminate. So I have experienced like Army, you know, USMC, Devil Dogs, hurrah! Right, my dad, my uncle, I mean, more than half of my family. So that would explain a lot of the rape. Just saying. It's basically, you know, well, anyways, let's not go there. Okay. Reeling it in, getting off my cross, climbing off my soapbox. It's a beautiful morning. Okay, so we are on the eve of the full moon, or no, the new moon in Leo, right? So when we've got new moons coming in, again, I'm not like really tuned in. You might think that zodiacs and everything like that is woo, and that's fine. Like I am not here to convince you. I'm just here to educate you. You can take the information, you can believe it or not, but the people that do believe it, including the people in politics and Hollywood and everything, like they are using psychics, they are using astrology, they are using zodiacs. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you try and float downstream? Why would you try and paddle upstream when you like, why would you start a business during Mercury retrograde when you can do it like, you know what I mean? Like 2 weeks earlier. I mean, it's just like, why wouldn't you just listen? Because I don't believe. Why wouldn't you believe that God is big enough? God put a platypus on this earth. God put, and that has a purpose, right? Like even mosquito hawks, whatever, they have a purpose. Why would you think that the God that you believe in wouldn't put a purpose in the planets? Like the things that actually like gravitational pull, like the moon controls the tides. People lose their shit if you talk to any first responder, a full moon, because it's lunar. We are at 78% water. Right? So what do you think happens if it changes the tide? Do you see the drasticness of like high tide and low tide? Why wouldn't you think that that would affect your body or someone's mental state, right? The people that are telling you not to listen to the woo are using the woo on you. Oh, we're going to have to coin that. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, take it back in. That's a t-shirt, right? Like seriously. You have to, like, if you are, it is 2025, I think. I'm in flow. Something along those lines. No, it is. This planetary transit, whether you believe it or not, I don't give, you've already screwed the pooch. This is why I keep my nose clean. This is why I don't go around anybody. This is why I don't let anybody into my energy. When I know, like, it is like, it's over with, right? Like, because I'm talking about it. Like, your little manifestation, you got a little bit of hope if you can pull it together for Lionsgate, but you're not gonna like, oh, a portal. It's not a portal. Well, you don't believe in portals, but you'll go on to October 31st and spend $20,000 doing magic, like some group, multi-state, bribery, Mason, Eastern Star, church, whatever, to eject someone. Like, that's portal, right? Like, that's a portal. You know that's a portal, but you don't want to talk about other portals. Why are you doing all this crap on the 31st? Why aren't you taking all that energy and putting it into the 8th, August 8th? August 8th, 2020. Go see what Donald Trump did, okay? Go see what Donald Trump did, like, with this Venus transit, and he's a Gemini, so it was a transit in his sign. Like, seriously, people are they are running circles around you, and you're like, I don't believe it. Why wouldn't you think God wouldn't put meaning into the planets that actually, like, feed the crops and all this other stuff? Everything else has meaning, but not the planets? Make it make sense, okay? Okay, now I think I'm gonna get off my cross and climb off the soapbox. Let's get into this. I don't know how long we're into it, but I'm in flow and it's feeling good. And it's been a hot minute since I've been able to sling cards because I can't speak on ongoing investigations, but now all the evidence has been procured, including what? Lab results. You know what we forgot to light? Yeah. I didn't find my cinnamon. Well, I already cleared it earlier, so, but we are gonna light this baby. I love using just like reusing jars to make candles. I don't know. It's the thrifter in me. I'll put that baby over there. I also like getting flowers that last. So whenever I do get flowers, I do dry them. Like, you can just like flip them upside down and tie them. That's for somebody. Dried I don't know. There's something about it. And you can always like throw it in potpourri or like dried rosemary or whatever, you know. I am a little bit of a thief. I can be like, I used to walk like 2 miles a day. But because of the shenanigans, oh my gosh, did y'all know that I was tracked? They booted me out of the house. Like, hey, you boot me out of the house. So why, if you're like, yay, having parties behind closed doors, like, we got her out of the house with her spell work and all this other stuff. And I'm like, I was getting out of the house because it was Venus retrograde and I wanted no part in the shenanigans, right? Like, I know the seeds that you've been sowing. Oh my gosh. Like, you have no idea. Saturn is so mad at you. And Saturn, like it's about to happen, right? Like, I know. You can laugh at me. I don't care. I have the courage to be disliked. Because your opinions do not pay my bills. But you know what? Saturn does. Yeah, I got my shit done. You have no idea what I've been working. I know you know that I've been working behind the scenes. But you have no idea. Because it is my life's work. And there's no amount of magic or spell work that you're going to do to F it up. Because it's mine. You can try and steal it all you want. You don't have my reputation, right? Go back to any of my employers. And the ones that I got fired from are the ones that hired me back. Receipts. Proof. Oh, here's a good one. No regrets. All right, let's get into this. I know it's gonna be long, but worth it. Okay, here's the problem with having clear glasses and being like almost legally blind. Sometimes I can't. I'm glad I got the other ones. They only had like a gold nose piece on it and the rest of them were clear. At least these, they're like, I can see like a winking piece of metal in the distance. But sometimes But I love them so much because I've worn glasses like my entire life. And they're so light. I used to have like permanent like circles. I mean, especially when I was flying. Oh my goodness. Because like being in a, you know, pressurized, I guess I'm kind of hanging out with y'all for a little bit. Yes, I took an edible. Life is good. Well, it helps, you know, with flow and all the other stuff. And, you know, it's management. I was on antidepressants and anti-anxiety medication for so long in many different combinations, and it just makes you not feel right. It's a Band-Aid, but it doesn't fix the problem. So what I like about edibles is they saved my life. They really, really did. And there's a lot of self-reflection, and there's a lot of joy, especially if you have like any type of mood disorders or anything like that. Like everybody's got something, right? But like even just anxiety, like finding the right, like cannabis therapy. Like I mean, I'm such a I'm probably gonna be a lobbyist, seriously. Like for our veterans, I saw how my ex-husband, fucking changed. Like, and he was, I mean, I dated him for 2 years, and then we got married, and 2 weeks later, he put his fist through a wall. 2 weeks later, I was walking down the highway barefoot, calling my in-laws. They paid for the room and then just denied the whole thing. I mean, 2 weeks into my marriage, right? So and you know, a marriage that I was faithful in, like to the bitter end, till my attorney had to call the cops on him and put a freaking like cease and desist or whatever, you know, like against him for coming onto his property. Because he was showing up every 2.5 hours. He was following me. He was tailing me. I had to escape Philip Lawrence Mayo. I went to, you know, so y'all can think whatever you want. But I've got receipts, and I don't come out in public or do any of this if I'm not sure the message is, right? And if I'm not sure that this is why it's taken so long. So I am here for truth. And like I said, come at me, bro, because I'll come at you. Ooh. You want to put me on? You want to put me to the other side? I will slay. I mean, forever. Right? Yeah. I have a lot of uncomfortable people after me, so I have to be comfortable. But I tell you what, whoever takes me out, go get him, tiger. All right, so we've got Little Owl and we've got the Eastern. This is gonna, like I said, long but worth it. I'm gonna go ahead and tap this, make sure we're still filming. We're at 18 minutes, so I'll put a timestamp if somebody wants to just go straight to the reading. I want to make sure that candle is all up in here. My wonky-eyed owl. I love my wonk. Excuse me, that's why she gave it to me. Oh yeah, there's a release of energy right there, right? Yeah. No, I am both. I am the sweetheart, and I am the Sicilian. I will be the sweetheart till the day I die, but you come for me or come for my people, come for my reputation, come for my stability. I already had my skippity paps on you. I cannot steal that. You gotta go see Intuitive Goddess 333 or Angel. I will have to link her, and I will have to remember this because I'm going to have to watch it back because I'm in flow, and I never remember when I'm in flow. But I will, because apparently it's a thing, but like I just love it so much. I had this cat. Me. Allergic to cats. She was the fluffiest, craziest kitty, and she'd been over, oh my gosh, that's so funny. You know, because I was over vaccinated, and so was she. That's wild. We got it. She went through, because I was jealous of his cat, Now I know it was a familiar warlock. And I was like, I need a cat of my own, right? I was like super competitive. I got an Aries moon. It's just like Aries, whatever your moon sign, it's like you get, that's the thing you have to conquer, right? So like anger, selfishness, manipulation, me. And now I am very selfish and very self-centered to everyone other than myself and the people that pour into me. So they're like, okay, move it along. We're moving it along. Not too much. People get, they're like, it's not too much. They're like, people are just getting glassy eyed. Okay. Like I said, I'm going to put not a tampon, a timestamp. They put a plug in it. Oh my gosh. Do you see how fun? This is why I can hang out by myself. Okay. All right. You know what? We're going to go ahead and stop it here.